Welcome to the Rusty Hook Kayak Fishing Podcast, bringing you fishing tips, gear reviews, tournament news, and more. Featured guests from all over the nation. Now, 1 hour of live streaming via Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Here's your host, John Rapp. Hey guys, welcome to the Rusty Hook Kayak Fishing Podcast. Hey, it's season 2, episode 28 on June 28th, Tuesday, June 28th. I'd like to welcome you. I'm outside. I'm here at Mount Nebo. I'm right out in front of the Appalachian Coffee House. And we've got CraftKings here in the Bounds Community Plaza here in Mount Nebo. Just right up the road from Summersville Lake. So, got 3 of you watching. Smash that share button, like button, subscribe, and guys, don't forget, I try to upload these shows for you guys that are not able to watch the live video here on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. All 3 of those platforms, this is streaming on live. And yesterday, went out on Summersville Lake. I had the past couple days off, and I streamed for about 20 minutes live out there until my signal got bad right over here. I live just a minute down the hill here, but when you go down that hill, I have no cell service. Right here where I'm at, I've got 3 bars. So running out here outside on the hotspot, and I appreciate everybody that's hanging out with me. But we've got Chris Payne coming back, and we'll give him a buzz using the Messenger app. Trying to do things a little different, trying to make those calls so I can reach out to people. I was working on my audio. I hope everything is sounding good. Everybody's hearing me well. But I look like I may have had my audio off. Anyway, but if you can hear me well, just give me a thumbs up or hit that like button, and we'll go from there. Anyway, I wanted to, again, show you guys what we're doing here. Since April 15th, when I came back from down to Tennessee, the paddle and fin, I guess it was a tournament, but it was more like a getaway just for the group. Got with Brian, set me up a podcast platform here on Anchor. And as you can see, we've got our episodes up, and I published one on the 24th. It's already got 23 plays. And we've had, up to this point, about 250 plays since then, so really appreciate you guys doing that. I hope all that sound seems to be going okay. But anyway, if I'm not, just throw up a comment for me, guys. So also, I wanted to show you guys, I try to put some content up, and I'm trying to grow my Twitter account. There are quite a few kayak anglers that do use the Twitter feeds. It's not like Instagram, it's not like Facebook, but it's like a mesh. You can put up to 42 seconds of video. You can go live there. I have not went live there, I haven't tried that. I think people are using a program called Periscope. But I want to show you this here. Caught this over at Summersville Lake yesterday when I was out. Right by the falls. In the background here you'll see. Got this pretty little fish back here by the rocks. Over by the Backus Cove. So, but if you scroll down, I wanted this photo. Some folks took this for me. You can see we got some rain here the past week, and those falls are rolling. And here's a video of them. One of the great things about kayak fishing, and I know all of you appreciate this, is the fact that we get to see things like this. And that's what I love about social media. And a lot of the guys that I follow on Twitter post a lot of stuff like this on their Twitter feeds, on top of their Twitter feeds or their Instagram. So I would love for you guys, to share with us some of the stuff that you do. So we're back. I'm going to go ahead and buzz up Chris, and let's see if we can get a hold of him and maybe catch up with him and see what he's been into. What do you say, Greg Kuffner? God bless you, buddy. Congrats on winning that prize over at the outdoor center there in Parkersburg area. I can't remember the name of it. Hey. What do you say, Chris?
What's going on?
Hey, buddy. Welcome back to the show. We're glad to have you. It's been a while.
Yeah, been a little bit.
So, catch us up on the life and the fast times of Chris Payne out in Texas, and tell us what you've been into, brother.
Well, so I went to Florida with the family a few weeks ago, and took them to go see the Mouse's house in Orlando, which we do every year for the most part, and got COVID while I was out there and got sick halfway through the trip, and then was down for a while with that, and then just been playing catch up, basically. Running and gunning all over everywhere, trying to catch up. I finally last night delivered my last bait order that was due, so caught up. Supply shortages have been nasty. The distributor I was using for plastisol has gone out of business.
Oh no!
It's trying to source new plastisol.
Yeah, that's got to be a pain.
So I've got something lined up, but it's less than. It's different than what I was using, so I've got to play with some different additives to make sure that everything's like I like it. So I've got to do some quality control.
I got you. Yeah, I mean, I was throwing the glowworms yesterday out on Summersville Lake, letting them drop down into that clear, pretty water. Had a few nibbles on it. I didn't catch anything big yesterday. The water was a little muddy. It was flowing hard. We've had a lot of rain here. I just showed our viewers what we call Bastard's Cove. It's a big cove. It has a big waterfall. A lot of the kids go over and jump off those rock cliffs over there. But the water was flowing off of it, and I showed them a few videos. A video catch, and then of course the video of the flow. Had a photo of me with my moken in front of it for scale, for people that know that waterfall. Normally it's just a trickle, be like a shower, a little bit more than a good shower, but it was coming down through there just a gushing yesterday. So you guys been having any good weather your way, or has it been pretty relatively pretty?
No, it's been 105 degrees for what seems like the eternity of my life. So last summer we only had 3 days that were over 100 degrees here, and we had, I think, 13 days back to back that were over 100 that we just came out of. Have not had rain hardly at all this year. And then finally last night we had a thunderstorm system roll through and drop about a half an inch of rain, which we desperately needed, and cooled off the weather. So we're sitting in the high 80s, low 90s for this week, which is really welcome. It doesn't feel like you're walking into a convection oven when you go outside. So the weather has just now prettied up for us. So
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Well, that's sort of what the topic that I've sort of just thrown up out of the blue, the summertime fishing, and you're talking, in your location you're having 100-degree days. These boys in Florida, we know they constantly fish this type of weather,
Right.
So what are your target hours? You guys just fish from daylight till about 9 a.m., then go home, and then fish from 6 p.m. till dark and go home, or what?
I will fish from as early as I can get on the water till probably 10 a.m. I'm a little bit hardcore like that. I'll go ahead and fish to 10, just because of the lunar cycles and stuff that are going on right now. And then I typically will only fish for white bass in the evening.
I got you.
Because our water temps are well above 80 degrees. So we've got some places that water temps are 85, 86 degrees on natural water lakes. So those are not power plant lakes. That's just the freaking sun heating those up. And so even at 8 o'clock at night, so 45 minutes before the sun gets down, it's still 91, 92 degrees. So those bass don't really get much reprieve in the evening.
I think when I was out yesterday, I believe our water temperature was right at 80 here in West Virginia.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's going to be a hot, bubble bath type year. I think probably what I'm going to start doing a little more of is nighttime fishing. So in Texas, nighttime fishing really takes off on some of our lakes this time of year, around July 4th. And people will fish, we won't get to the water till about 10 p.m. and then we'll fish a couple, 3 hours until the moon gets real good enough. And then we'll go and take a nap for a couple of hours, and then we'll fish like 3 a.m. until 7 or 8 a.m. So
Okay, I don't know. I'm hoping this is all working okay. I think it is, but I'm not for sure. But yeah, hey, cool beans. So, summer, I cast in about 3 weeks. Are you headed to Florida this year?
nope.
Okay, I know you just got back, so.
Yeah, I cast like I have a love-hate relationship with iCast. And the older I get, the more I hate it. Just because of what it does to my body. Like, my knees and my ankles just cannot do 12-hour days on concrete like that anymore. I've had a lot of medical issues with my knees and ankles in the past, 5 or 6 years, and like I could go and work that 3-day show, basically the 3 days on the show floor, and then I would not be able to get my legs to function properly and be able to walk around for probably 3 days after. So,
Well, you got sciatic nerve issues, or?
No. So I've got I've got ankle issues that cause the knee issues, and what it is I had some traumatic breaks that did not get fixed at an early age, and the bones fused and did not heal back like they're supposed to. And so everything is out of alignment. And I have to wear orthotics and certain shoes. And, like, for instance, like, people go to Disney and they go, parks all day or whatever. I typically will go with my family for about 3 or 4 hours at the park. And then I go back to the room. And I'm done. I'm done for the day. So, I'm all kinds of broken. So ICAST really, if I go in the future, will be probably like a 9-to-1 situation each day.
Right.
And most of that will be mingling and not a lot of booth work, if I can, help it.
I went down to Greenville, South Carolina last week with Beth. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we were at the Outdoor Expo for the Adventures 360 collection, which I'm sure you're familiar with it. They had it was basically the soft goods version of ICAST for like camping, hiking, shoes, clothing. Ace,
a little more outdoor retailer.
Yeah. So Ace was down there. They were meeting with all their vendors to get their, and all the vendors were showing their 2023 product lines. Pretty good stuff. Actually, this company that I bought stuff from the Ace Gear Shop before, but when I got to looking at all their stuff at the booth and got to talking to the reps, I'm like, I was definitely more sold on outdoor research than I have been before in the past. And Brian Schiller and I got to talk a little bit about him last week. Brian was familiar with him and was telling me that sort of he was familiar with the background and how they got started and why they got started. Pretty cool. So
yeah, I've got some OR gear, but yeah, and most of it is camping related.
Yeah, yeah, they had a lot of stuff like that.
It's good stuff. It's really good stuff.
Well, buddy, I'll let you go in, get you something to eat. Let's get together. I'm going to send you some messages, hopefully next Tuesday and the following Tuesday. Let's see, 20. Yeah, next 2 weeks I should be at the studio at Ben's, and maybe we can hook up and talk a little bit more in detail. Maybe you can talk more about your plastics and what you've had to do to recreate your store with your new brand, and we'll go from there. But glad you're feeling better. Glad we got you back, and we'll jump off here real quick.
All right.
Thanks, brother.
All right. Bye.
All right, we had our boy Chris driving, going home. We're going to get him back on the show more frequently like we had in the past, starting next week. I'm a little concerned about my audio issues, but hopefully they're good. I think I'm going to call Philip Backus. I saw was watching the show, and I don't know if he's at work or if he's not, but maybe he can make sure to let me know everything was good. What do you say, Philip?
What's up?
So I saw you were like spying on the show, chilling, watching in the background. So I'm like, I'm calling him because I need to make. I wanted to see what you and the power couple was into. Your fishing, what your fishing lineup's going to be for the next few weeks. And was you hearing us okay? Were you hearing me and Chris okay, or was there audio issues?
I can hear you. I can't see you right now.
Okay, yeah, you won't be able to see me because we're on the show. Okay. So yeah, flip that camera sideways, Big Daddy. So what are you doing? You're in the garage, man. Are you out in there playing with your Hobie and getting everything set up for next weekend? I knew it. So tell us what you're doing, buddy. Hey guys, this is Philip Backus here from West Virginia. His background, guys, he's been kayak fishing now for about 4 years. He started off with the West Virginia kayak anglers here for the past couple years. But him and his brother-in-law ventured out last year for a regional event, and then this year they've been doing all kinds of traveling, smashing the scene outside of the state and inside. And Philip got his tutor involved in fishing, his wife, who taught him everything he knows. And hey, so tell us, man. So tell us what you're doing with your boat.
Well, I'll show you the new boat.
Oh, you got that was the old boat? Man, that was pretty.
Here's the river kayak.
So what you got? Oh, you got your crescent. Now, yeah, I saw your posts on that.
Yeah,
I see you guys.
I got the Shoaly. I got it rigged up for a Torpedo power pole.
Oh my goodness!
I got the new Black Pack Pro. Got the lid on it.
Nice.
It saved me. That Black Pack was worth about $1,000 during the elk tournament because I flipped this thing about 30 minutes into the tournament.
Were you running your motor?
No, I power poled down in too much current, and current started coming in the back. If you look at the back of this thing's made, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of dark over here, but it's got a channel here for a drag chain.
I got you. Okay.
But anyways, whenever I power poled down, water started getting up into that, started going over the back, and just flipped me over.
I got you.
But yeah, this is the new riverboat this year. I got tired of dragging that 180-pound Hobie through the woods to try to launch in the river, so I bought this thing.
Yeah, I mean, when you're a young man, it can make you an old man real quick. So yeah, I mean, hey, yeah. So that looks good. You've got it rigged up pretty good, Philip. You got Yak Gadget, Yak Attack.
You seen that Yak Gadget? You seen the Yak Gadget stuff, did you?
Oh, I did. Who made that plate on the back?
John, Yak Gadget.
Okay.
He made these too.
Yeah, I've got that, and I see you got a Yak Gadget bag on the back. Yep.
Yeah, it goes bag.
I have that same bag, man. I have that same bag, and you know, like I do here in West Virginia. In that bag, I would keep my crackers and my beef jerky and my M&Ms. So I came out, and I don't have garage doors, and so I came out of my garage the other day. I've got a little buddy that hangs around that Beth's been feeding for the past couple of years. I've got video on Facebook where he's came in my house and nibbled on cat food when I was watching a movie. But he's Ralphie the Raccoon. Well, Ralphie the Raccoon found my Yak Gadget bag, and I found M&Ms and beef jerky and crackers and everything strewn out through the driveway. Cleaned everything up, went fishing. He was nice enough to leave me one bag of beef jerky.
Awesome.
He wasn't selfish.
He didn't even open it?
No, he didn't even open it. He was all right. So what do you keep in your bag, brother?
I keep in that bag on the Shoaly, I keep leader material, my whistle, hooks. I think I even keep my keys in there in the zippered section. I don't know. I don't even know. I can go look. I've only been in that thing twice.
Hey, well, while you're looking at that, the summertime fishing, Summersville Lake was rolling yesterday with water coming in. I went out for a couple hours. But what are your throws? What are you doing? What are your times that you're going out? And just give us a rundown and tips, tricks Philip Backus uses when he's out fishing during the summertime.
Oh, if it's the summer, I'm on the river and I'm throwing top water 95% of the time. Probably about like everybody else.
When you say top water, is it ploppers or is it?
I mean, there might be.
Do you have a top water frog that you're ripping, trying to get? I mean, or lizards,
no.
or I mean, what do you? I know I throw ploppers. I got about 3 different colors that I'll tie on, but
there's a lot of ploppers in there.
Yeah, I would say Philip's got a few ploppers he throws during summer. And then,
there's other stuff in there.
As you can tell, that was in the kayak, my friends. So a little tip trick from one of the hammers here in West Virginia, Philip Backus.
Other top water box.
Oh man, nice.
There's not many boxes in here, but about half of it's topwater.
Well, the ones that matter, right?
Yeah, I mean topwater. You won't catch as many fish throwing a topwater as you will a Ned rig or a Senko or something like that. But you'll get bigger fish.
There we go. Yep,
there's something about topwater that mimics an injured bait fish or something that those big bass just can't resist.
Right.
They seem to always bite it. It'll always get you bigger fish.
Hey, were you out fishing when Bunny caught her 40-inch muskie last weekend?
Oh yeah, I was with her.
So tell us a little bit about that. I know she had to be excited.
Yeah, she seems to hook a muskie every time we go fishing. I mean, that's probably I know she's hooked one every trip, I think, this year so far on the river. I was fishing behind her and heard it, and I immediately yelled out muskie because there's no way a smallmouth makes that big of an explosion.
Right.
But I went over and helped her land it and took her picture and stuff. It was 40 inches. It was really fat though. It was a good fish. It was fat for 40 inches.
I saw her picture. I was like, holy mackerel. Was that one down to your Frametown fish, or was that on below?
That was below.
Below? Yeah. I've as much as I fished Elk River, I've only hooked one muskie. That was 6 years ago, and it was on the float between Gasaway and the church, going through right downtown Gasaway.
Yeah, I caught one on the elk the first time I tried the shoaly out this year up near Frametown. It was like third cast. I caught a muskie. It was 39 inches, I think.
My goodness, I mean that.
And the day Bunny caught hers, I raised the big one, probably 45 on a spinnerbait. It followed right to the kayak.
Yeah, I was trying to get. I don't know if I know you fish muskie. You're not afraid to because of being an Elk River boy. One of the guys from Feel Free Kayaks, Denver McClure, I sent him a message trying to get him to where I could pop him up. He makes. I don't know if you've ever looked at his stuff, man. But he builds his actually. He goes. I don't know if it's his Instagram or what it is, email, but it's Muskie Slut. He's a huge muskie nut, and he lives down near Asheville, North Carolina, and they got a good stream down there with some big muskie. And he'll post pictures on his page. Him and his son just caught a really nice one down there. But he makes his product that he builds is artwork. I mean, it's so detailed. I mean, I tell him, I said, man, I wouldn't want to eat that. I'd want to hang on a wall and make it like a museum of all those things.
Some people really get into that muskie fishing. There's big money in them lures. I don't target muskie. It's just a by catch of saltwater bass fishing mainly.
Right.
For me,
right.
There's a lot of them in the Elk though.
Yeah, it seems like the Elk River. Tell me, above the dam, how come we don't catch more muskie in Sutton Lake? What do you think the reason is there?
I've never fished above Sutton Lake before, but I'm sure they're in the lake. I don't know why you don't catch them. I really don't know. I'm not. I
was gonna say, as much as we see from the people that we know that fish the elk, and you see pictures posted of all the elk muskies below the dam, you never really see anybody catching anything above the dam. And of course, we know above the dam, the lake and above, there's a whole lot more trout. And you know that the muskie, that's one of their preferred foods.
They stock the upper elk.
Don't they? I think they do.
Yeah, they've even stocked the lower elk some, I think, a year or two ago.
So, well, buddy, I appreciate you jumping on. I just wanted to. I saw you was watching, and I wanted to make sure everything was going good. And I'm like, I saw Philip. He said he's watching. Yeah. I'm gonna buzz him.
I was in the garage organizing. Garage was a mess. I was organizing fishing tackle.
Yeah, I need to do that.
That's all full of plastics, and I mean, just
Man alive.
Kitex. It's just every one of them's like that.
Shoo. That's awesome, bro.
I got a lot of stuff.
I was gonna say you and Mikey Holcomb, man. You guys got the garage set up. Rick Garavaglia. I mean, good grief.
Yeah, he's got a lot too.
Yes, he does. He that garage. I mean, his garage is probably like a 30 by 36, and I think he only got about 10 feet for nothing but fishing, like for his lawnmower or something. Everything else is all fit.
Everything else is fishing rods on the whole wall. He's probably got 50 rods.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Hey, tell Sierra hi. God bless you guys, and
all right, I will.
We'll talk to you soon. Steve,
all right, John.
All right, brother. Thank you for showing us your new boat and everything that you've done with it.
Oh, no problem, man. Anytime.
Hey, man, that was Philip. Appreciate him answering the phone call. Now, I see Steve. Steve Napolitano is on. I'm going to buzz you, brother. Stand by for a buzz. Come on, Stevie, answer the phone. There he is. Yeah, buddy. I caught you red-handed watching live, raw, and unfiltered Rusty Hook Kayak Fishing Podcast. And you know what? When we see your name pop up, we give you a call.
How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, Stevie?
Not much. Just got back from the gym, hanging out with the dog in the background.
Hey, no worries, brother. So
yeah.
So what did we work out tonight? I mean, did we work on our casting motion with those ropes and pulleys, or what was?
Well, yeah, a little bit of everything. I have a tournament on Saturday. It's a road runner tournament this Saturday, which consists of 3 different rivers you can choose from that are all interconnected.
Nice, buddy. So tell us about what your drop us your deep secrets here. Your action and plan of action for that tournament. So let's talk kayak.
Yeah,
what have you got rigged up for it?
Yeah, I'm going to be using the paddling and motoring the Lure 11.5.
Okay.
Probably won't utilize or have to utilize the anchor pole system because it's kind of one of those rivers that's really slow moving, and I don't think any heavy winds are expected, so I shouldn't really have to use that part of it.
Yeah.
But I'll have the water snake in the pod, in the pod, and steering with the beaver tail in the back.
Buddy, I tell you that I don't have I got the water snake when I had the Big Fish 120 and we had the Big Fish 105. And
right.
Back when John had Yak Tools, before he went to Yak Gadget, he had that, what they call the prop pod. I still have them, but I don't have the 120s anymore, 105s. But man, I tell you, that water snake is an excellent little motor for 24-pound thrust.
It is, yeah, it is. And it's around here anyways, at least in Massachusetts, it can be kind of tricky because of the vegetation and everything that grows, in being able to use it, because the thing just gets all tangled up on the props. So I'm able to kind of use it for long distance runs, but then usually when I get to a location that's usually pads and milfoil and stuff like that, I got to use the paddle, because the motor is pretty much useless when you get into that stuff,
Hey guys, I apologize. Stevie is new to our program, and I didn't give him a good introduction. So, Steve, we're on the Feel Free Fishing team together. I think we're on Yak Gadget team together. So, won't you go ahead and introduce yourself to our following here, Rusty Hook, who you are, what you do, where you fish, and what you target.
Steve Napolitano from Massachusetts. I've been, I think, on the team now, John. I think it's 4 years.
Yeah, 4 or 5. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I think it was 4 just this past spring. I'm pretty sure. Started off, I actually started off with the 11.5 V1 lure, and then I went to the Dorado, the first
Right.
and then let's see the Moken 12.5 V2, which you have also. I have one of those.
Yeah, I love that boat.
And then last year I got the 11.5 V2. And then this year I got the Moken 10 V2 for really it's great for just quick pond runs, but you don't want to bring all kinds of stuff. You just want 2 rods and soft plastics. You know what I mean? It's great for that.
So, hey, what are you, about 5'9", 5'10"?
No, I'm only 5'7". Short, stocky guy with big, trying to get muscles back.
Big guns. Trying to get your big guns back.
Yeah, right.
Hey, man, so at 5'7" with the lure 10, are you by chance, able to throw in the pedal drive and use it, or is it too small?
For the Moken 10, did you say?
No, your lure 10.
Oh, I have a lure 11.5. I don't have the lure 10.
Oh, okay. So you got a Moken 10.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I said that wrong. I have a Moken 10 V2 is the newest one.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, I tell you what, man. Beth took hers out. I put my Bixby J2 on that. She was getting up close to 4 mile per hour with that little J2 motor.
I'd love to be able to set up some type of motor on the back for that Moken 10 V2. You know, I mean the water snake would work, but I'd have to get a mount. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know if JT has anything like that yet. But doesn't Rick, is it Garavaglia? How do you say his last name?
It's Garavaglia. Yeah.
Doesn't he have some type of amount for the Moken boats?
I don't think so. And if he does, he probably got it from John. He had the mount for the Dorado and for the he's got the 13.5 now. But if you go with the Vibe rudder kit, or you just keep your beaver tail rudder, and when you order if you order the J2, you can probably trim the back of your rudder a little bit. Yeah. And it slides up, and you can use some screws to screw it right in. I've seen somebody actually did that in our group pages. So, but buddy, hey, I appreciate you answering the phone and telling us a little bit about you. Good luck with your tournament this weekend. Make sure you
guys posted. I did really well at that recent one about a week and a half ago. I was actually winning up until 12 o'clock. From 6 a.m. to 12, I was actually, in the number 1 spot. And then the 2020 KBF national champion, Matthew Conant, took charge the last 2 hours and ended up beating me by, I think, 5.5, 6 inches, I think. So
you finished second there, right?
Yeah, I came in second. It was my best, I think my best tournament ever, I think. Yeah.
So what was the secret of your success on that body of water that day?
Funny, all these guys, John, they're all using like the bow mounts, with the spot lock, and Derek Brundle and all these guys, right? And motor inning head to like the far end of this reservoir, and I literally went to the right maybe 400 or 500 yards and did that for like 4 or 5 hours, and just was catching fish all day.
Yeah, that's outstanding.
Sometimes that's all it takes, but for the most part, all I did was use like two different size Z slugs. They're very similar to Senkos. They're made by Radfish Lures.
Okay.
And 2 different sizes, same EWG hook, and I was just killing them the whole day, you know. So that was my that's how it went, you know, for that tournament, and it worked, and so that was
Well, outstanding, man. Congratulations on a great finish.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate you letting, you know, saying that, and thanks for giving me a buzz. I appreciate it.
Hey, you know, that's what happens when you make a comment on here. I'm trying to go more interactive with this show. It's live, it's raw, and it's unfiltered. And I love catching people by surprise, like I did you, like I did Philip Backus here a little bit ago. I was singing, he was on, and Philip. Cool. So hey, God bless you, brother. Are you going to ICAST? You going to make it to ICAST?
I don't think so. Massachusetts to Florida, that's probably not happening.
Darn it. All right, brother. Well, maybe another time.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Stay safe.
You too. Bye-bye.
Hey, that was Steve Napolitano up in Massachusetts. Really surprised we got him to answer the phone. Glad he jumped on here to join us for a little bit. I got a message from Brian Schiller about joining a show with them guys. I don't know if he is preparing for a show, but let's buzz him real quick and see what that was about. Woo, look at that big fish with that guy in the background. Man alive. All right, I can see that the podfather of the Paddle and Fin is getting ready for a show, my friends and followers. So, Pod Daddy, while I was talking to Steve Napolitano live, raw, and unfiltered, and I saw your name pop up on my screen. Said something about a show. Can you tell me what you got planned?
Put me on the spot, dude?
Yes, brother. I always do. And speaking of which, I was going to send you a message. I've been off the past 2 days. I've been sitting down at the house working on stuff. Went fishing a little bit yesterday. And I'm thinking, man, it's 2 weeks from my cast time. And I know there's a plan to do a little drive to Tennessee, meet up, maybe drive to Florida or whatever. So we need to get that rolling and get that set up, man.
Yeah, let me know when you're leaving and stuff.
That's what I need to find out about you, because I took off a few days before. Like, I think Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday before the week. I didn't know if we wanted to take off and go down and raid our brother down in Tennessee for a couple of weeks, eat his food, drink his beer, and catch his fish.
We definitely have to do that.
So, yeah, man, what you got planned? What's going
on? Well, you mentioned it last show. Paddle and Fin just turned 4.
Yes.
So we're just doing a little birthday show with a bunch of our hosts and friends of the podcast, and previous guests, some names from around the industry. So it should be a good time.
Look forward to it. This Thursday?
Thursday, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. It starts on Paddle and Fin Facebook and YouTube channel, and then it'll go up to the podcast platforms too.
Beautiful, man. Hey, I was just sharing the beginning of this show. I know you got to go. We'll keep it real short. But I'm up to 251 listens on Anchor FM. And the last 5 shows is getting up into the 25s, 20s, 30s when I get them uploaded. So got like 24 people listening now. So doing pretty good. Doing pretty good after 3 months because the Pod Daddy hooked me up.
You're growing, man. That's what matters, you know. And that's just like we talked about, one more platform for you to hit. And the fishing space is growing quite a bit. I mean, we've seen it on our end. We've almost had as many plays this year as we did all of last year.
Outstanding. And you're only in the July. I mean, outstanding, man. Good deal.
We're at not trying to make you look small, but
I am small. You know, I'm just a squirrel in your world, baby.
We're at 250,000 plays so far for this year.
Outstanding, Big Daddy.
We're on target for $500,000. And we're almost to our 1,000th episode. And we're almost to our millionth play. So should
Wow.
be pretty cool. Yeah.
And it just started 4 years ago.
Exactly.
So, hey, any new contracts for you guys to sign up with any more other networks other than the one you're with now?
No, we just renewed our contracts with Waypoint. Things are going really good with them. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens at iCast. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Randy, we need to reach out with Randy. Maybe have a podcast. But you know what? The Podfather needs to put on a presentation at iCast on how to be successful doing fishing.
I mean, they can call me. I'm down. I'm game. You know, I'd be more than happy to do that. You know,
nothing but love for you, man.
I appreciate it, brother.
Go prepare for your show, man. I just wanted to check and see. You can count me in as friends and family for Thursday night show. And if I do it right, I'll get on here and I'll share it on the Rusty so we can add a couple hits to the show, man.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that'd be super cool, man. Yeah, so, I'll send you the info later tonight. I'm putting it together tonight, so and we'll go from there, man.
Sounds good, man. Appreciate you jumping on for a few minutes and filling us in on what you guys got going on.
Anytime, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Talk to you later.
All right, bro.
All right, that was Big Brian, the Podfather. He hates it when I do that to him. Brian Schiller. So, hey, if you guys don't have much going on Thursday night, go to the Paddle and Fin Facebook page, the podcast page, or check out their YouTube page and let's follow along there. So, looks like we've hit the 48 minute mark. We're going to go ahead and call it quits. I really appreciate all you guys hanging out with me tonight. I'm up here at the Appalachian Coffee House, hooked up to their power, using my nice little AT&T hotspot where I got a little signal up here. Hopefully the show went well and you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully we will have this uploaded to the Anchor podcast audio platform next few days. And again, Stevie, I appreciate you jumping on, hanging out with us. Philip, Chris Payne back in the house, and of course, Big Daddy Brian. Be blessed. God bless you guys. Hope to see you in Florida in about 3 weeks at iCast. Until then, stay safe, tight lines.